ready.
2, 1.
Whoa! So, you know what? I'll have good news for you as we're starting today. I can't play the It's Time thing no more.
Good.
Yeah,
Thank
so
the
we've
Lord.
been snubbed.
Happy day. Why not? Oh, because it's copyright joint?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it falls under the fair use. Not for sure, but I'm not even going to play with it.
Winning already.
Got me with the okie doke.
Sunday.
I'm trying to type something in, so can you take this away while I'm
Yo, what up, man? What's up with y'all, man? I see 6 people in the building. It's your boy, Philly DC, live and direct. Sunday. Sunday. Good to see all y'all folks in the building. Who are we? We are your unpopular celebrities. Yours truly, Philly DC. To the right, Pete, aka / engineer co-host, just player out in the world doing her thing. Del Brown as well. Again, we are your unpopular celebrities podcast that comes to you every month, and frankly, even more when we feel like it. So,
even more.
Most importantly, if this is your first time joining us, make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Get your boys, viewers up, so we can bring more content to you. Because let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen,
look at all these Instagrammers we have watching.
This costs money. Shout out to your IG Instagrammers out there. You're live and direct with us, man.
People ask me how Korea treat me. I just smile and say it's a non-stop adventure. Hustle hard every day. Bro, you out there in Korea, Shopify with some ads, a few moments I have. Oh, this is, you know what? I see how it pulls up IG. Okay, I see. It's going to pull me up stories and everything. Okay. I'm learning. Let me give you access to the chat. Boom. Oh, you know what I forgot to write? We're going to talk about NFL or NBA playoffs. Forgot to write that. All right. We're good. Are you here?
Yeah, fool. I'm waiting for you. I was in my groove and you just jumped in. So I'm letting you have your time.
I'm done.
I don't know. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get to the show.
Oh, no. All right. Oh, boy. Let me turn on my lights so y'all can see the kid. Yes, sir. My hair all toe up, man.
Didn't you just have a do-rag on?
Yeah, hater.
Told you, man. It don't work, man. Oh,
I ain't
thinking 360-degree waves, 360 waves
in my hair right now.
You ain't got that goop in there.
That goop. Goop guap. Let me see if I could type on IG and see if we can see it. That'd be a quick test. How do I mute this? Because I feel hello, UPC.
Go Birds.
Squad. Boom. All right, let me see if I can see it in here now. Please come up. No, it's not coming up.
Okay. For you guys that's in the chat, man, again, welcome y'all. We're going to get started here in a second. We got a lot to talk about. It was a heck of a week. Don't know about you, but it was a heck of a week. All different kinds of stories, calamities, buffoonery, whatever. You fill in the adjective, all kinds of stuff that's going on. But we're going to talk about it. And if I'm not mistaken, the disclaimer was played in the beginning.
Let's do that. I'm sorry. Oh, we got this long disclaimer, y'all. All right. I got to... You can't see it on IG, so that's something I'm going to have to move. But we'll do that later. For my IG viewers, you're just going to have to listen. This channel is our personal experiences in the United States military and does not constitute or imply its endorsements, recommendations, or favoring by the Department of Defense or the United States Air Force. The views and opinions expressed here do not necessarily state or reflect those of the Department of Defense or the United States Air Force and does not intend to bring discredit to the Department of Defense or United States Air Force. Just our opinions at the end of the day.
I would be happy when we ain't got to worry about this shit anymore. I'll be honest.
Whoa,
I'll be so happy.
Okay. Moving on. Okay.
Just being honest.
I
It's
hear
my
you.
opinion, right? That's what it says down there. My opinion.
All right. As we get more people in the show, man, we'll go ahead and start. I didn't write it in here, so we'll start while we're getting more people in. NBA playoffs?
Yeah, we can start that. Yeah, because I think that's the smaller of the story, I think.
Yeah, so NBA playoffs are happening. Round 1 is underway. You've been seeing me do some play-by-plays on close games. Going to continue that. Think it's been getting good buzz throughout the stratosphere, so we'll continue doing that. But any thoughts on the first round? Do you need to know where everything's at, or you're good?
Nah, interesting. I'm looking at some of the information now while I'm talking. So probably the games I caught that was the most interesting were series. Of course, the Eastern Conference series, I mean, outside of, it was not that Clippers, the Boston Orlando series was interesting. I know Boston's up 2-1, but that one game Orlando won was interesting. I never heard of that one player on there.
Pablo?
Man, it's like, I never even heard of that dude.
Oh, that dude, he was legit last year.
He was?
Yeah. When they were in the playoffs
how
last
out
year.
of touch I am. I'm like, who is that dude?
That's crazy. I can't pronounce his last name, but Pablo.
Yeah, nor can I.
Yeah.
Nor can I. Pablo West. Anyway.
So go through it real quick. Cleveland's up 3-0, blasting the Heat.
Boring.
Yep, very boring. Like you just alluded to, Boston 2-1 because Pablo pretty much beat their game, and they had Tatum playing. New York Knicks and Detroit Pistons 2-1 New York. It looked like it was going to be close, but New York is taking over. Any thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, I think probably the interesting thing, a storyline for me, is the Knicks resurgence. I mean, although Detroit is not a pushover, I thought they would pose more of a challenge than what they have done so far. But hey, they won one game.
Yeah. And then Indiana Pacers and Milwaukee Bucks, another kind of boring game.
Yeah, boring. I mean, like,
Indiana.
I think has Dame played yet? No,
he has, but he hasn't done really anything.
Yeah, boring.
The first series that ended.
Can I be transparent? I want to be honest, y'all. Y'all can throw spears and bullets at me if you want. I had no idea Drew Holiday is no longer on the Bucks.
Oh wow. Bro, he's been off the Bucks for like 2.5 years.
Why would they let Drew Holiday go?
I think
was that part of the Dame Lillard thing?
Yeah, I think it was to get Dame.
Look how that turned out. Moving on.
First series that's over was the 1-8 seed Oklahoma City Thunder and the Ja Morant-less Memphis Grizzlies.
How about that shot Alexander did?
That was nice. Nice victory. Yeah.
Man.
SGA.
Butter.
SGA.
Bucket.
All right. And our two compelling series, Golden State and Houston, 2-1 Golden State. Without the Jimmy Bucketless.
Without Jimmy Buckets.
Golden State last night. Or excuse me, 2 nights ago, because I think they played. No, last night. Good game last night. Gary Payton II looked like Jimmy Buckets out there.
Mm-hmm.
He was killing them at the end. Steph Curry's doing Steph Curry things, man. No matter how old he gets, still looks good, man. And Rockets, they were talking about trying to sign KD.
Really?
Yep.
That would be big.
Because they don't have no closer. They don't have like a go-to guy. A bunch of young people. They're just, I think they don't need KD. You don't need KD. You're fine. You don't want to pay him that contract. You're fine. Yeah. Don't break up.
I mean, they're doing well. They're doing fine the way they are now. Yeah, they don't have a closer, but maybe somebody might blossom into one.
Yeah. And the last series and the one I look for, I'm sorry, the second to last series, Lakers and Minnesota.
This is the
Minnesota
one that
is
has
up
been
2-1.
most interesting to me. And I know kind of being biased because I want to see the Lakers lose. But more importantly, I just want to see how Luka is going to be able to adjust being with the Lakers. And so far, he's doing pretty well for the most part. But the Timberwolves, I personally think Minnesota is a good team. They have great talent. But I think I said when we did the preview before the season start that the Timberwolves were going to lose in 6.
Mhm.
It don't seem that way. It
Well,
seems like Minnesota's really holding their own.
yeah, they are playing at home. So they play tonight or this afternoon, really. So we'll see how they do this afternoon. But LeBron looked good last game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm a LeBron hater, but he looked good last game. With Luka under the weather, they still lost because Ant-Man just took the game over last 2 minutes. Took the game
He
over.
looked good. How many flops did he have? 3? What?
Who?
LeBron, how many flops he averaged that game?
Yeah, probably a bunch. Probably a bunch. Freddie Kincaid says, still got the Lakers at 6. Are you like what's his name? There we go. What's that dude's name? Oh, Shannon Sharp.
Oh.
I forgot. OKC, ABC, CDCs, Lakers in 5.
I don't know you want to say that these days anymore.
All right, last one before we get to the Shannon Sharp fiasco is Denver and Clippers, which is probably the best series I like. It's tied 2-2 right now, Denver's and Clippers. She said not Shannon Sharp right now. We're going to get to it right after this, but Denver's Clippers, it was probably one of the best endings to a game yesterday. You had Jokic doing a fadeaway 3-pointer, airballed it, and Aaron Gordon, Aaron Gordon, grabbed the lob or the air ball and dunked it in with like 0.1 seconds left. It was probably one of the closest endings I ever seen, but they ended up getting a dub 2-2.
That was a great play, especially with him having those right calf problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Good call.
Most folks believe he hasn't been very athletic as he has been in the past, but for him to get up there like that, and I watched the replay several times, and just as the ball went through the cup, the red buzzer went off. Man, I'm telling you, that's destiny, man. I think Denver gonna win the series.
Dang.
Yeah,
So next
man,
game's back in Denver. I think it's on the 29th. Ain't no game yet, or ain't no time yet to be determined. So we'll see. A lot of good series. It looks like we'll see. We'll see who's going to close out. It looks like Cleveland's going to win, and we'll see what everybody else
surprises
does.
you think?
Huh? What'd you say? Okay, we're all frozen.
Surprises you think?
No surprises. I thought Detroit would get a game or two, but no real surprises. What about you?
Yeah. I do think I was a little surprised by OKC sweeping the series. I didn't think they would sweep. I knew they were going to win, but not in that fashion.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like one of the largest comebacks in NBA playoff history, wasn't it?
One of them, yeah, it was like 30 points. But when they didn't have Ja Morant, like, this is why you pay your superstars this amount of money, is because you can see what they're like with and without him. So you can see why he gets paid that much money.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Minnesota Lakers game today. I think I will actually watch that one. I'm gonna try to get through all of it, which kind of makes me want to bring up that topic we were talking about last night before we go on to Sugar Shannon.
Sugar Shannon.
I shouldn't say that. The conversation we had about the WNBA. We were talking about, I think her name is Paige.
Paige Becker.
Yeah. Signed a deal with this company, not Big Three, but some other company. Yeah, Unrivaled. Thank you. And the money she signed with is more than she's making in the WNBA. Is that correct?
Well, 1 year of Unrivaled is more than 4 years playing for the WNBA.
Dang, think about that for a minute. This WNBA is the female counterpart to the NBA, and there was speculation, or not speculation. It is a known fact the WNBA has elevated its play and viewership over the last couple of years, but it is still not paying the players enough, more than these other companies that I don't think they had the same type of prestige as the WNBA.
No, like this Unrivaled just came out of nowhere. Like, shocked me. And I'm just like, what the world?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of torn because if you were a WNBA player, Pete, if you was a WNBA player,
This is weird.
and you had to choose between playing for a league with, I would arguably say, a lot of prestige like the WNBA, make less money, or play for a league with less prestige but more money, which one would interest you the most?
I need my money.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, man. I might only be in the league for like 3-4 years. Well, WNBA is a little bit different. You can stay in the league a lot longer. It's not like the NBA. But yeah, I'm gonna need my money.
Wow.
I guess you don't feel the same way.
You don't worry. I mean, I'm just curious. You're not concerned about, like, say, the titles, the history books. Like, what history book is Rival going to have? It's just
Unrivaled,
money.
probably
entertainment.
none. Same as the big three.
Yeah. So you would rather chase the money than history?
Yep. But now, so here you could do both because Unrivaled is only summertime or wintertime, whenever. So, and it's only a short season. It's only like 20 games. Where the WNBA is during the summertime, and it's basically your off season. So players, instead of doing off season stuff, are just playing 3-on-3 on TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that says a lot. I mean, then again, everybody's different. I just find it interesting. Well, no, not for you. I mean, I'm not surprised you would pick money. I'm not surprised about that. But it's something about the history books. You know what I mean? It's something about titles and championships and credibility. When you say, hey, Dominic Peterson, point guard for the, well, I won't say,
the New York Liberty.
Yeah, New York Liberty, and he won a title. He won an MVP in the WNBA versus Rival, scored 50 points in 3 games for Rival.
But you know
Team
what?
Toe Jam or whatever.
What does my paycheck say?
Wow.
What does my bank account say?
Okay, I don't know why I even asked that question.
Yeah, I need to turn you up. All right.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so moving on. Move on to the NFL draft.
Yeah, we can go to the NFL draft.
All right, cool. So if you guys haven't been with us or sleeping under a rock, NFL draft, highly anticipated, just completed, I believe, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of interesting stories surrounding it. Before we get to the obvious one, let's talk about some small stories. Number 1, Shedeur Sanders. No, I'm sorry, it was Cam Ward. Tennessee Titans. Titans pick up a quarterback. Then, you go to number 2. From the Jaguars, they got Travis Hunter. Makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Travis Hunter, one of the best players in the country and NCAA, so makes perfect sense. The Giants, I was disappointed in that. They got Abdul Carter. Somehow I thought my Eagles, shout out to Eagles, go Birds, was going to move up in the draft to get Abdul Carter. And the friggin' accursed Giants got him. Couldn't believe it. And then number 4, Patriots picked up Shedeur Sanders. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Will Campbell, offensive tackle. Then the Browns. Man, the Browns needed a quarterback. They got Deshaun Watson. They got Joe Flacco.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett from the Eagles, go great. Birds, right? So they still need a quarterback. So Shedeur Sanders is the obvious pick. I remember, however, Deion mentioned, I think it was a year or 2 ago, Deion Sanders mentioned a year or 2 ago or something. Somebody fact check me. That he said he knows what happens behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
He would not allow his son to play for a franchise like the Cleveland Browns. And so Cleveland Browns know, like, hey, we need a quarterback. Shador Sanders rated maybe one of the best quarterbacks, if not from Mel Kiper, the best quarterback on the board.
Right.
Top 5 pick. So what did the Browns do? They picked Shador Sanders. Oh, no, they picked Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan. So, all right, I'll cut to the chase. Did Shador Sanders go first round? No. Surely he went the second round. Where did he go, DC? No, he didn't go second round. What? Third round. He got to be picked third round. No. Fourth round. No. Fifth round. Finally. And guess what team picked him? The Cleveland Browns. Sixth pick. No, number 144 in the fifth round. Your thoughts?
First off, you're frozen. That's my number one thought. You're frozen with your hand up. Anyway, second thought is I know Stephen A. Smith was talking about collusion in the NFL with the owners and how the owners feel about it. I don't think it's necessary collusion. I think kind of what we talked about yesterday is that gift and the curse, right? You're gifted because you're Deion Sanders' son. You're cursed because you're Deion Sanders' son.
Should I jump out and jump back in?
You can. You're still frozen. Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll jump out.
All right, while he's jumping out. So that's my thoughts. Like, I think he would have went higher. Like, is he the fastest dude in the NFL draft? No. Is he the fastest quarterback? No. Most accurate? No. Did he deserve to go fifth round? No. Behind people like, I mean, I like Monroe from Alabama. Melrose, excuse me, from Alabama.
Test.
No, you didn't even jump out.
What?
Oh, there you go. You're good. Don't change a thing. You're good.
I see myself twice.
All right, you're good. So like,
and there's an echo.
Jalen Melrose went before Shador Sanders. I don't think Melrose is better. I think he's faster. I don't think he's better. Tyler Shook. I don't even know who the heck that is. I never heard him before. And some dude named Gabriel. Daxon Dart. I mean, Dart just a cool name. When you're a quarterback, your last name Dart, but that's about it. I think a lot of it has to do with Mason Graham, 5th overall pick. I just don't believe that. How do I say this? The owners wanted him. The owners wanted to make a point. And I think they were trying to tell Deion, like, yo, you don't run this like we run this. Why am I thinking this is my end? Because I could see you just fine. So is it working now? No. What is going on? Can you hear me? Nod your head. Okay. I'm going to disconnect you and then give you a new link. I think it's that. All right. So let me get Philly back in. Generate a new one. Copy that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Technical difficulties, if you remember the show, per usual. Nothing that y'all have not seen before or we can't navigate through. Paste this. Boom. Send that to him. We'll get him back in here in a minute. But yeah, man. I mean, it sucks, man. I mean, watch the company you keep. There you go. All right, you're good now.
Yeah.
All right. Got to watch the company you keep.
The owners sabotaged this dude
to a degree. He's not totally innocent, but to a degree. Did you hear the thing that he signed or he took out a loan because of how much he was projected to go first round?
What? I didn't hear that. Elaborate.
That's basically the story that Shador Sanders took out a loan on collateral was he's going to be the first round pick and get this amount of money. Do I really believe that? I would think between his NIL deal, Deion Sanders, that didn't happen. But I could be wrong.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I was listening to Stephen A. Smith's commentary on it, which I thought was interesting. And I will be honest, like, I'm a fan of Stephen A. Smith, but lately I just don't know, man. Like, sometimes I think he's just a raven. Like he's just rants and raves, man. Like this, what he was talking about on his show recently, when he was talking about the NFL draft, is he believes, to your point, the owners sabotage Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't agree with was a couple of things, but one of the things I didn't agree with what he said was he didn't think this young man deserved it. Deserve what? Last I checked, being in the NFL is not an automatic, is it not? Like they don't have to pick you.
Right.
And if they don't pick you, you always have an opportunity to declare yourself, when you're undrafted, try to sign with a team maybe and negotiate your own contract. But an NFL team, no matter how crooked you believe the owners are, they're an employer.
Right.
They're a business.
All right.
And no matter how great you are, if you for some reason doesn't fit their profile, they have every right not to pick you.
Right.
Now, I do agree there is a strong possibility that these owners got together and tried to teach Deion Sanders a lesson. Maybe. Because I find it interesting. Nobody picked him not for the first, second, third, fourth round. What's the chance? And it rated so high. And I'm kind of getting off track, but Mel Kiper is funny. That dude went off. Like, he was like, I can't believe it. This is a perplexed, blah, blah, blah. Bruh, shut the duck up, man. My bad, wrong one. Shut the duck up, man. Like, because you rated them so high, you go on a rant talking about you can't believe how they did it. And we did the disclaimer, so I think I can say it. There are some folks who commented on it who really don't have any business commenting on it.
Like
when
who?
there's so many other things that you could be commenting on, which he normally does.
Okay.
And there's so much calamity and chaos in the world you could have commented on, but you have not. But you chose to comment on this one.
That's funny. That's funny.
It must be nice having somebody like that in your corner to comment. Maybe that's why the Cleveland Browns picked him at the 5th round. I don't know. Who knows?
Like Stephen A. Smith said, they were like, oh, we made our point. All right, y'all. Y'all could draft him if y'all want him now. Go ahead. We made a point. Which is interesting as well.
So here's the thing. 2 things. Do you remember, I think I mentioned it earlier, do you remember when Deion Sanders had an interview and he mentioned he knew what goes on behind the curtain?
Yeah.
And he almost pretty much said he will not have his son play for the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Number 2, if it is true, there is a thought or possibility that the owners was like, we're going to punish this guy.
Yeah.
And by the 5th round, they said, hey, I think we've made him suffer enough. Y'all can pick him.
Mm-hmm.
He could have. Shador don't have to play for the Browns, right?
Well, Eli did the same thing when he was going to get drafted by the Chargers.
And I was going to get to that too. But my point is, when the Cleveland Browns said, Cleveland Browns select Shador Sanders, does Shador have to play for the Browns?
He can go back to
He don't
college.
have to, right?
Yeah.
So he could go back to college, or he could go back to college, or he could just not play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Colin Kaepernick, right? He don't have to play, right? But he gonna play. You know what I'm saying? And if Deion Sanders, and not saying he feels that way because he has not publicly went out and said that he feels that's what the owners did. When his other son, Shiloh, who went undrafted and signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he still had his sons play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny. There's some folks that use this narrative that like, oh, that's a man protecting his sons and his sons is his priority. Bro, he's still making them play.
Yep.
He letting them play.
Yep.
And it's not like Deion is hard up for money. That dude, somebody mentioned it earlier, which I thought was accurate. One of the most prolific athletes, the best cornerback walking this face of the earth in history. And the camera loves him. Charismatic. The dude's making money.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really need his sons to play, but he did, because I think in some degree he knows, like, either one, it's all good. My son's going to prove him wrong, just like I proved him wrong. Or 2, I don't want my sons to miss out on this opportunity. They just going to have to work for it. One of the 2 or maybe both.
I don't know, but I mean, at this point, all Shador can do is try to prove critics wrong. And it's not even no critics because I think everybody's saying he could play. It's something else. It's something else. Because nobody has said this dude is not that good or, oh, I don't think he could play. Nobody has said that. So I really think it's something else involved into why the NFL did not want to draft him or why coaches. And they said he didn't interview well. His interview was trash. So that could be part of it. They also said he has too much bling bling going on and stuff like that. He walks around with too much pizzazz.
There's a lot of people. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, well, Tyreek
Odell
didn't have that
Beckham.
coming into the league.
True.
That's the difference. And like he had a tweet or something or Instagram post and he hashtag legendary. It's like, bro, you need to play a snap before you can start hashtagging that stuff. So I think they're just trying to humble him and basically tell Deion, like, bro, you don't run nothing around here. Like, we're still the NFL. You don't run anything.
Do you agree with that?
Man, I don't want to say I agree, but I definitely don't disagree. Like, is there stuff? I mean, they're the owners. It's like the owner of a franchise, the owner of a store, the owner of anything, and you got managers come in, run it their way, and you're just like, no, that's not going to happen here. So they're the owners. This is why they pay big amounts of money to own the team, is so that they can have these rights and privileges. So I don't disagree, but I don't agree. It's kind of dirty. And the only person suffering is him.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of torn because there's a part of me that screams like, this, enough is enough, man. Like, I think Stephen A. Smith compared his situation to Colin Kaepernick. This is the Colin Kaepernick situation where, you know, Colin Kaepernick took a knee during the national anthem. The owners got pissed off. Some of the fans got pissed off. So he got blackballed from the NFL. And then when he has opportunity to come back, the Atlanta Falcons were going to have him work out. He didn't show up. Then try to get them to go to this high school 120 miles away to see him work out. And they say he kind of like, you know, cut his career on his own. That's his fault. But for Shador, Stephen A. Smith gives this impression that it is not so much necessarily an assault on black men, but like this idea that black men strictly are confident, sure their skills, fill in the blank, and that bravado scares people away from them, and that owners don't want to see that. And just like you mentioned, Tyreek Hill is one of those athletes, but he didn't show that when he came in. And so that I appreciate. Like, do the work first,
right?
Then do that. There's nothing wrong with being confident. But to me, there's a level. There's a level. Like, it's almost like, you know, they say on 10, right? When you go into the college football, you got players who are number one, like, let's see, what's a good example? I won't say Caleb Williams, but Jason Daniels from the Commanders, right? Great quarterback, college football quarterback, right? Got into it with the Washington Commanders, got drafted. Who thought that he was going to be that good that year? Right? And I'm sure he's a confident guy. And I know people are probably going to crucify me for saying this and saying, oh, you can't be confident in your skills. You can't be, you can't be confident in who you are. Whatever. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, as a owner of a team, you have a certain image you're looking for. And I think Deion Sanders, to what I've heard, and I agree, from Washington when I was a kid, the best cornerback, one of the best athletes, dual threat, everything, baseball, football, got it. However, when you have someone that paints the impression that you're going to be intimately involved with the handling of his son, and you're going to interfere with NFL team decisions when it comes to your son, that's going to scare some owners away.
That's right.
I would liken it to LeBron James, what he did with his son. The only difference is they allowed him to do it.
Yeah,
it's like, true. Come on. They're like, I'll stay if you draft my son. And then they did it, even though he wasn't even ready for the NBA. So maybe, interesting, I'll say this and I'll pause. Maybe what happened with LeBron and his son, the NFL owners was like, hell no.
Right.
That's not going to happen to us. And
Good
we're
point.
going to draw the line right here.
Good point. Yeah, it could be. We won't get into Bronny James. You know, James got into the playoff game yesterday or 2 days ago.
What he scored?
Nothing. He had like maybe a minute and a half left. He caught the ball. Yeah, but they put him in the game.
Why does this seem like Little League basketball?
I mean, they were getting blown out. They lost the game, and so they put in the scrubs, and he was on the scrub roster. I was like, no, this dude did not check in with an arm sleeve on for the last minute. Hey, I don't mean to clown him. But this dude literally checked in with an arm sleeve on with a minute left, down by 12 or something like that. Like, bro, put your arm sleeve up, man. What the hell are you doing? Jess. Player in the building.
She's just in time. Get on so we can talk.
She said I'm battling migraine.
Feel better.
Hey, Jess, do you know that app to track migraines? It's like Migraine Buddy, Migraine something. Can you help out with that? We're going to talk about Shannon Sharp right now. Are we ready to get in Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, I just thought that was fine. Let's put a bow on Shedeur Sanders first.
Predictions. He won't play.
He will play this year.
No, he won't.
I think he's going to play. I mean, you look at the Cleveland Browns landscape. I think not right away he won't play, but somewhere he will play. It's beneficial for Cleveland. Who they got in the bullpen, right? They got Kenny Pickett. Shout out to Eagles, go Birds. They got Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco will more likely play first.
Correct.
I think for Shedeur, he will get some snaps. Will he start? No, but he'll get some snaps. You'll see him on the field.
All right, we'll see. Jess, can you send me that or just put in there what it is? I think it's Migraine Buddy or something like that, but I need to start documenting that. I just couldn't find it yesterday. But yeah, I don't think he'll play this year. I don't think he will. If he does, it's just for Cleveland Brown trying to sell tickets, which is a shame. He's not bad, just the Browns ain't good.
That's all the more reason why he has a chance to play.
Oh, I mean, good point. Yes, good point.
I mean, Cleveland was projected to pick him or the Giants. And
neither team.
Let me also say the Giants made a good call. I think they made the right call getting Jackson Dart over Shedeur Sanders. I do.
Why you say that?
I just think based on the Jackson Dart's skill set, you know what I mean? He's not Josh Allen, but he has Josh Allen type qualities as far as like skill set.
Okay.
I think Shedeur, unfortunately, would have been a distraction for them. You got a new head, you got a head coach and the general manager that's floundering. They need something a little bit more stable, I think.
Okay. Well, Bo is tied, and we can get off this dang Shedeur Sanders NFL draft. Who is Mr. Irrelevant? Do you know who the last pick was?
No, let me see. I think I already have it pulled up.
I don't know who the last pick was.
Number 7, 7th-round draft. Just like Kobe Minor from Memphis.
What position?
Cornerback.
Cornerback. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. He was the last one.
Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp.
All right. Poor Shay. Not poor Shay, but like Charles Davis says, stable doesn't get wins. All right, we're off that topic. We're going on to the next one. I don't think Cleveland or Giants are going to win anyway. They'll beat the Eagles this year. But anyway.
Pause. You're not going to just run by that.
I'll
you
just
freaking
joking.
hater,
I'll
man.
just joke it.
Just joke. Yeah, just joke.
All right. If y'all have also been living under the same rock and don't understand what the NFL is going through, then you probably don't understand what Shannon Sharp has got into. Another sex scandal allegation of harassment in the sexual deviant kind with the IG model. Not IG. OnlyFans. I don't know if it's a model. What are they considered? Content creator? I don't know what they're considered.
Yeah, OnlyFans content creator.
Okay.
Hoes. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I was just kidding. I'm sorry. Read that out. My bad.
this young J Doe, I don't remember her real name, has sued Shannon Sharp for some allegations of harassment of the sexual kind and some other things that have happened. The lawyer she chose was the same lawyer as the allegation when Jay-Z had the essay against another girl. So this has been the lawyer that now they're trying to paint a bunch of pictures. Everybody's trying to paint pictures. Shannon Sharp trying to paint a picture about the lawyer that he only sues black people. And then as Shannon Sharp described it, this woman is trying to do a shakedown of Shannon Sharp. And basically he's about to sign $100 million deal for his podcast, Club Shay Shay. And it seemed like then she came out of the woodwork and was like, I need 50 million of that. 50 million. 50. 50 million. He tried to settle for 10 and she said nope. And so now we're at this civil suit place. I didn't get into a lot of details, so I'm sure Philly will, but that's kind of a wrap up, and then I'll give my thoughts.
Well, where do I begin on this one? So I'll quickly say or give you my thoughts on what you said as far as Shannon Sharp claims that this lawyer only sues black people. Dumb black people. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Dumb black people.
Stupid.
Because come on, man. I mean, let's keep it a G, man. Let's keep it a buck. Like, come on, man. You're Shannon Sharp. You making a bucket load of money.
All right.
And in some way, so to some degree, you have broadcasted to the world you're potentially going to make a 6 or 7 figure signing or contract for this new venture that you're going to endeavor on to or move on to. And yet, meanwhile, behind the scenes, you're on OnlyFans.
But he's not on OnlyFans.
How do you find it?
Oh, you mean, okay, I'm sorry. Yes,
How did he find it?
Yes.
I'm sure he didn't look at the ad in the white pages or something.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, he found this girl 2 years ago. They got into a relationship. He said was consensual. And then all of a sudden, what is that? What did JC say? It was all good just a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Now she come out and she said, like, yo, this dude has been sexually assaulting me.
Can't say that.
He wants to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This dude been doing stuff to me that I didn't agree with. That I didn't consent to. Weird stuff, too. And so now, not only going to make it known, I want $50 million civil suit. And so, of course, like most folks who are in this position out of pocket, says it's a lie. It's a shakedown. But last I checked, I'm trying to find the report. Apparently, Shannon Sharp offered her $10 million. So you think about it, in the court of public opinion, when someone makes an allegation like that and you offer them $10 million, you know, most folks is going to start to think that maybe you did something. Because I don't know about you, $10 million is a lot of money, even to an OnlyFans model or red light district lady. I don't know.
Content creator.
Or content creator. I guess that's a nice way of saying it. That's another story in itself. I can go on all day about that one. But anyway, that's another story. So you decide to offer her $10 million. She says, nah, I'm good. See you in court. Then you go online and you tell folks, there's going to be a video you may see of me engaging in some sexual acts with this woman. You may hear
It's
me
not
say
funny.
some things that's going to be doctored and it's going to be edited. I don't have the tape, but show the whole tape. That's like somebody saying, you're lying. You have proof that you're lying. Show it to everybody. Why would they do that?
Here's
And
my
then even if hypothetically this video, when it comes out and it seems like it was edited or he says it was edited, it's not the whole entire video. Bro, you offered him $10 million.
yeah.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you didn't just offer her $10 million without consulting your attorney.
Ooh, Jess
Your
just
attorney, whoever it may be, like, hey, look, Shannon, you might want to pay this woman. But
Jess just wrote a lot, and I can't even put it all in here.
Okay. Can you scroll up? I can't.
No,
see all up.
So y'all will have to see. I can't even put it all. Let me watch. Can I put it all in here? Give me 1 second. 1 second.
All right.
Nope, I can't even put it all in here. It won't even fit, and I can't scroll on it. All right, so I'll just read it. That Monique clip, aged like philosophy, I think. She told Shannon Sharpe straight up, and now look, a 55-year-old man entertaining a 19-year-old ? That's not just a preference. That's a red flag. With all his wisdom, status, and life experience, he should have known better. There's a difference between being older and still attractive and being older and irresponsible. This ain't just about age. It's about power dynamics, emotional maturity, and plain old common sense. Monique tried to warn him. He just wasn't listening. I read that pretty good. Yeah, if you didn't see the Monique clip, when she went on, she was like, you need to stop messing with these young girls. You need to get you an old girl. And he was basically straight up like, no, like I like my young girls. Basically what he said. Which Jess is, spot on per usual with this. It's just like, bruh, 55, like I think his youngest or oldest daughter is 30. Like, I mean, hey, like Jess says, it's not about age. You do what you want to do, bro. Like, hey, whatever. But mindsets are different when you're talking about 55-year-old man trying to make $100 million and a 19-year-old girl that's on OnlyFans, which we could talk about OnlyFans and the reason why people are OnlyFans. Here's my only thought about it. Remember how all these OnlyFans come out and we'd be like, man, who is paying them $20 million, $100 and something million a year? Now, shit, now I know. Now I know. Hey, the cat's out the bag. It ain't us middle class people doing that.
Yeah.
Like, now I know. But man, like, you know what? Like, everything that Shannon Sharpe has done from time on Undisputed with Skip Bayless to being on NFL Network to now having his own show to being on ESPN, like, he has taken a very good NFL career to a great broadcasting career that has now just got derailed over the second sexual allegation. Now, remember, he's almost playing us for stupid now. And shout out to Shannon Sharpe. If we ever get him on the show, he's more than welcome to come on. More than welcome to come on and talk about whatever he wants to talk about. But, bruh, now that I know how to go on IG Live, you basically try to play us and say, I don't know how technology works and I don't know how I got my audio. And then in the audio message that I heard today with you and old girl, it basically sounded like she was like, I'm about to take some money from you. And he's like, why would you do this to me? Why would you hurt me? And then he's like, if I see you in public, I'm going to choke you. And she was like, well, I don't want to be choked. He's like, yeah, how would that look? Black dude choking out a white girl. Like, bro, like, I just want to know, like, how is that being recorded?
Yeah.
Charles Davis said, leave Uncle Shay alone.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
I mean, I feel bad. Like, I really feel bad. But I'm like, bro, like an IG model or OnlyFans model, girl, content creator, whatever. I'm like, come on, Shannon. Like, hey, were you the one to tell me the Mace and Cameron podcast?
Oh my God! Hey,
And
shout out
Mace,
to Mason Cam, man. Awesome show, man.
I can't. Mace dialogue with how he talks is so slow, drives
It's
me nuts.
hilarious. It's freaking
But
hilarious.
Mace was
But he's
basically like,
good.
if this
He's
was a
good.
girl from the hood, this would not be
Yup.
happening.
I'm glad you said it. I did because I wanted to. He
Yeah.
said if it was a girl for the hood, it was Latoya, LaQuisha. You paying child support. That's the worst thing that's gonna happen to you.
Yes, look, 2 seasons on. Yes, we can get a female's perspective about this. Oh, we also didn't talk about sinners. We also could talk about sinners later because 2 seasons on here.
We
But
get time at this point. We can talk about this all day.
yo, so I think let me say, Made Time, Made Take was the best ever. Made Take? What the hell is that, bro?
I don't know. Moving on.
Anyway, so I mean, bruh, Shannon Sharp, bruh. Like, I don't know if you have a sex addiction. I'm sure that's what's going to happen next, that you're going to come out and go to therapy for your sex addictions. I'm sure it's going to happen next, and that's going to help you with the civil case. And more power to you, man. I hope if it's not true, that everything gets, out in the wash. Done right in the wash. But right now, bruh, it looks bad. It looks bad. Old girl from the IG Live came after him too. God dang. Oh, yeah, well, and then the other thing, I guess she said that she went on as Jane Doe because she wanted to save her name. Dang, Charles Davis said F Mace. Dang, what happened?
Dang, player. What's wrong with man? Mason dude, man.
But she went on as Jane Doe because she didn't want to say her name, and he basically said his name for him. I mean, Ray J gave his perspective. Pete, it's true. What's true? Did I miss something? What did I say? But his lawyer got her together too because she was trying to take her husband out to be with him. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Was that the IG girl? All right. Anyway, going off topic. What's your thoughts? Any other thoughts on this?
There's plenty, man. I mean, one, this stuff, again, when he says this lawyer only sues black people, again, dumb black people with a lot of money, like that first near miss that you had on IG Live when you said you didn't know how to do IG Live or something like that, when you missed that bullet, that should have got you together right there. You got too much at stake for you to be in this friggin' nonsense. Now, I don't condone it. No man should be dating I'm not a fan of a man dating somebody who's 30 years younger than he is, or half, whatever. I'm not a fan of it. However, that's his business. She's a consenting. If somebody's a consenting adult and he's a consenting, they're both consenting adults, hey, have at it. Hell, Bill Belichick is doing it. Michael Jordan is doing it.
Jeff
right?
Bezos.
But do it smartly. When you meet somebody on OnlyFans and you engage in a consensual relationship with them, you should be always on guard. What do they really want? Shannon, let's be honest. Can Shannon Sharp get almost every woman he wants just strictly on his bank account? I mean, it's not like he's hard up on getting some woman, right? I would think he's got some. I think you mentioned some sexual fantasies or whatever.
I didn't mention it, but
or you said something to that effect.
Yeah, but like 2C says, she said trying to get paid a payday because she was going for less until she found out that he got that $100K. It's $100 million contract. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But is she wrong?
Huh?
Is she wrong?
Yes.
No, I don't agree. I'm like this. Maybe not wrong. But can you blame her? That's what I was trying to say. I don't blame her.
Dang.
I mean, let's look at it, right? Let's look at it, right?
Please.
This is like you going to the gas station in a bad neighborhood and you leave your car with the keys in the ignition and the door open. What you think's going to happen? And you see like 20 dudes over there or 20 people. And oh, by the way, let's use a metaphor of $100 million dude driving in a Lamborghini in the hood with the keys in the ignition and the door open.
Right.
And somebody stole the car. Somebody say, "Dang, right? What you think was going to happen?"
Right. I agree with that. This is like Michael Jackson eating popcorn in the Thriller movie. Yeah, poor Unc, man. Like, I'm not even concerned with the age thing. The age thing doesn't concern me at all.
I
It is
agree.
what it is.
I agree.
The audio, it's just like, bro, like, you don't know how technology works. Like, get like a flip phone. I bet you have an iPhone. Like, you getting your messages recorded? Like, what are we talking about? Like, bro, pull up. Like, it should be a whole lot of talking. His videos talking about releasing the whole 3X tape.
That was the one I was talking about earlier about how he said he thinks they're going to release a sex tape.
Oh, right. Oh, 3X. Oh, good.
So here's interesting. He knows about the tape, which means he knew that he was being recorded. You wouldn't think he would have learned the first time not to put himself in that position. You dumb. Come on, bro.
Yeah. But who
I
knows how
love
old
Shannon
it
Sharp.
is?
Shannon Sharp is phenomenal. Great, awesome football player, phenomenal football player, Hall of Famer. He brings so much commentary to First Take. I love listening to him. Very analytical presence, charismatic. But come on, man. This is stupid. This is really stupid.
You know who fired back at him? Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Cat Williams been basically like, you dumb ass. Like,
yeah.
I was like, dang, Cat Williams, like, bruh, he made you famous pretty much. Or he made you, oh, nah, I shouldn't say that. Whoa. He helped boost, I guess, Uncle Shay Shay's podcast to what it is. Remember that video a few months ago of him in the hotel room with the woman? What if that was her? Ooh. Are you talking about the audio that everybody had? Unc needs to hire Daniel's mom.
Hey, I agree.
That's why he knows he didn't do anything wrong in the video. He said release the whole 10 minutes. Yeah, but there's something.
But they're not going to do that. That's a moot point. Yeah, so let's be honest. Full honesty, I think 9 times out of 10 he did nothing wrong, and I want to be sensitive for women who are in this position who make an allegation like the one she did. We have to respect the fact that there's a possibility that something went wrong. However, my personal opinion, it was two consenting adults who consented, and one decided to use this as an advantage to make money. So for Shannon to say, show the whole tape, again, why would they do that?
Right.
That makes no sense.
Wow. You want to hear something crazy? NFL news. League looking into Shador Sanders' private phone number was leaked and used for prank calls on day 2 of draft. Did you see that?
Who cares?
All right.
Who
Anyway,
cares?
moving on. I just saw that come across my feed. Let me see what 2C says. So Pete brought up Cat Williams. You mean the guy who said, run away from them white girls? That same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
it's just like, I think the whole thing, like, Jess brought it up with Monique. Davis just brought it up with Cat Williams. Like, people have been trying to tell you, but like I always say, this ain't the first time. He's done this probably hundreds and hundreds, or I shouldn't say hundreds, a few other times. This is not the first time and somebody caught him up. Like, it's happened before. It's just, that's his thing. And unfortunately, like Stephen A. Smith said, When you are under contract for a new deal, do not talk about your deal until it's finalized.
I don't
Shut
agree
up.
with that. I think what this boils down to is if you're gonna be a freak, be a safe freak.
I think, I mean, probably the way
That's
he
what
was
it
doing it
means.
was safe. I mean, he just said some things over the
No,
phone you think is private,
no.
and unfortunately, nothing is private anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's not being a safe freak. If you're having your stuff being recorded, if you're saying something on the phone, especially in this day and time, that is not being a safe freak.
Yeah.
If you want to be out there and you want to do stuff in the dark and stuff that people gonna think is weird, be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like we said, if you want to date someone who's 19, 20 years old and they're consenting, that's fine. But don't put yourself in a position to be a victim. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Michelle from the IG video is an older white woman, by the way, but she previously tried to sue him. Yeah, I saw that.
He should. Yep. He should have
Hey,
NDA.
he should have
Yep.
had an NDA.
Yeah. From now on, I bet you before he gets in a conversation with a girl, he gonna have an NDA.
Might be too late. I hope. I think. I don't know how he's gonna get out of this one. Like, hold on. Charles says
Yep.
Unc forgot he employed by Disney, aka ESPN. Oh, facts.
Yep.
When she's saying stuff she don't normally say, get off the phone. Yeah, I agree. Because you listen to the audio, she was like, I don't want to be choked at home in my house. It's almost like she knew what was happening.
I
Hey,
mean,
come on, let's be honest. I'm not saying all folks on OnlyFans are crooked. I'm not saying that. But if you trust your career over a girl on OnlyFans and they make content for people to watch her do strange things, I haven't been on her OnlyFans. I don't have no OnlyFans account, but from what I'm hearing, people watch. It's almost like, you know how you was a kid and you would go in your pops or your uncle's room, they have, a magazine with Hustler in there, right?
Jesus, that's old. Okay.
That's what OnlyFans is. It's now it's all digital. It is like people you don't know that's not famous. Why would you trust your career on something like that?
Here's my thing. Who's his friends that he's hanging around with?
It may not matter.
But I'm like, bro, who's
I
like
think Jess mentioned it earlier.
Him,
power dynamics. No one's going to tell you nothing.
You say that again?
It's just like what Jess mentioned earlier. Power dynamics. Nobody can tell you nothing. If you're making all that money, you have all that power control. Some people's ego is so large that they're like, I know what I'm doing. And I'll tell you, like, when he got out of the first one, when he was IG live, he was lucky. And for him to put himself in that position again, bad. Charles says, oh no, DC. They're crooked on OnlyFans, showing the assets. I agree.
I'm just like, I have not had one friend come to me or colleague, person I know, and say, bro, you need to check this girl out. She's on OnlyFans. She's super fine. Not one, and that's what I'm saying. Who is paying all these girls or guys this amount of money on OnlyFans? It's not the middle class.
There's some sick, I won't say sick people out there. People
don't say
fetishes, that. Put it that way. I'll just say fetishes.
Yeah. But it's not us. Like, who is your, like, when you have that much money to blow?
2C says something interesting.
Go ahead.
She says he was talking about her on his podcast before he started messing with her. That's why I think she took that as an opportunity to set him up. Bro, what is it about this girl that he talking about her on her podcast?
I don't know.
On his
I
podcast.
missed that. I don't.
Then somehow she said she want $25,000 per cheek.
Yeah, I heard. I don't even know what that means. Like,
what is going on here?
What is, like, to see a cheek? I don't know what that means. Look, just say we know it ain't us. Yeah, I you know I ain't spending. If anybody chooses Pete or OnlyFans, I got enough proof to know I ain't spending $1 on none of that stuff.
I mean, man, like, just, there was a
Pete. What you mean? Who? Wait. Who are friends? Pause. Because no one.
Not one of you. Not one of your friends.
What they doing with the cheek? Yeah. I mean, True, but I ain't never had nobody come on and say, "Hey, did you look at this girl?" Like I had people talk about IG models and say, "Did you see this girl off IG? She's blah blah blah." But I ain't never had nobody come to me and say, "Man, you need to look at this girl on OnlyFans. She's super fine." Now, maybe because OnlyFans has a negative stigma behind it, maybe. But company you keep, got to be smarter.
Yeah.
Got to be smarter. I think last topic before we get off. Do you want to talk about centers? Or no, we got the SECDEF. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting topic. So just real quick. So Secretary of Defense Peter Hegseth signed a memo, and it was broadcasted live. And the memo was about addressing the EO-IG practices. He's ordering a in-depth review of EO-IG practices because he calls it the walking on eggshells policy. In other words, he's heard throughout his travels commanders making decisions on folks through discipline or whatever, and then that person who receives said discipline or bad report turns around and does an EO-IG complaint, and in some cases ruin commanders and things of that nature. So he's going to eliminate all that. He wants commanders to be able to command without fear of judgment and being an EO and IG being weaponized. His words. He believes the EO and IG has been weaponized. And now what I'll say real quick and I'll pause. We have all to some degree believed the EO and IG has been weaponized, especially in the past 5 to 8 years, in my opinion. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a good practice. I think there is some things about colluding the EFDP or EDP process in the military, more specifically the Air Force. So I do understand why it was a thing, but getting rid of it because you want commanders to command and you are trusting them to command on their merit, on who they are. Now, I will say, we don't do an extensive background check on commanders. They're not running for congressmen. So there could be some things, some underlying things in there. You could have some commanders that are racist. You could have some commanders that are sexist, commanders that are prejudiced. And that is just a human being type of thing. So you're not going to get in front of everything, but I'll say getting rid of all of it, I don't know, because it's going to seem like if you put that message, I get the message has already been put out to the formation. IG is going to look at it and be like, oh, Secretary of the Air Force said, basically, don't do nothing with this. Take this away. So it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen with that. I can say what I can say what you want to. He needs to sit down. It's Pete in the Air Force because you're struggling with those acronyms. Appreciate that. Oh no, man! Why we always get a scammer on Twitch?
Anyway, I think. So let me make sure I clarify. He's not trying to eliminate the EO and IG. He's trying to do an in-depth review of their practices and policies to help to eliminate the ability for them to be weaponized against commanders. And I'm all for it. But to your point, there are some crooked commanders out there.
All right.
Leaders in general, command chiefs, as we saw. Now, let me pause. There are some command chiefs who are being unfairly dismissed, and I don't know the whole story behind it. One in Anthony Green, who's a phenomenal chief. Who knows what happened? The sad thing is we will never know unless you're involved in those inner circles. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting how folks could be dismissed from their job or posted in the military for that same term. They lost confidence in their ability to lead. And it could be just a simple disagreement. It's interesting. So I don't know if what's the appeal process to that for the command chief? I guess it would be EOIG. But if we're going to do an in-depth review of those programs, who knows? You may not even have opportunity to use that. Because I'll tell you, I think EOIG serves as a checks and balances for commanders, though, in a way.
Supposed to,
Good
yeah.
and bad.
Yeah.
Good and bad. Because you'll have some commanders who be like, well, I know this dude smoked crack cocaine, but if I do something to them, they might go to the EO. Like, sir, I'm your first sergeant. I'm telling you, sir, he was caught with the card, the white powder, the razor blade. Sir, he was sniffing cocaine. He said he sniffed it. I know, shirt, but if I do it, he's gonna go to the EO.
Wait, why we
We'll
have
just let them go.
type this in real quick because Ricky being a hater.
Ooh.
Hating on my reading skills. I don't know how this got into a conversation, how I read. But anyway, I mean, good. I'm glad somebody's putting, making sure everything is good to go for IG and making sure people are not using it as a weapon. Good to go.
Yeah. So we'll see how that pans out.
Good luck to them.
Good luck to him.
On investigate, because I just like, what are you going to?
Good luck to him.
What are you going to find?
I think he's probably. Hey, look, the way nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, if you're going to bring people back who didn't take the COVID shot, nothing surprises me anymore. You're going to go in there and be like, oh, so and so was dismissed because of this. Feel free to get your stripe back. I wouldn't be surprised.
Feel free to get your stripe back.
Feel free, come back and get your stripe.
I know you left as a staff sergeant, but come back in as a chief. Man.
Yeah, I know they charge you with some old crazy stuff that you did in your office, but you know what? You was unfairly targeted. We're going to reinstate your rank and give you back pay. And matter of fact, you're going to get your office back. Who cares who's in there now? I wouldn't be surprised.
Matter of fact, PCS where you want to. Go wherever you want. We'll kick the person out that's there.
Right? Yeah. Give you some free coupons at the main exchange. You're good.
Man.
You're good. Man. You know what? This reminds me of a rant. This is a quick rant before I have a couple of quick rants. You know how they always say, shop at the main exchange. Shop at the main exchange. It's for us and by us. For us and by us. Well, your boy never really shops for big purchases at the main exchange.
You do?
This time I did. I decided to go buy me a TV because I like no taxes.
Yep.
It's the sale. They was like, hey, you can pick it up at Randolph. So I get a text. Hey, your TV's ready.
Okay.
I get down there to go pick it up. One, you know how to exchange. Why is it a bunch of old people working at the exchange?
Okay.
Man?
All right, Philly. Chill out.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Chill out.
I'm just being honest.
Chill out.
I'm just being honest. They walk real slow.
Chill out.
They don't have much patience. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. And they are not patient at all. I'm showing her the receipt. I purchased this TV. It doesn't say that. It just says you purchased it. It's supposed to be here. Well, it's not. It's not. Can I see your match? Well, sure. If you want, that's what you want. That's what you want. It took her 20 minutes to find somebody in the back.
Chill out.
Electronics was that. Why?
You had a bad experience. Chalk it up to the game. Did you get your TV?
I've had a lot of bad experiences.
Did you get your TV?
No, I did not get my TV. No.
Okay.
I got to wait another 5 days because you know why? They sent it, but they sent it to the wrong exchange.
Which exchange they sent to? Lackland?
No, they sent it to Phoenix, Luke.
Oh, you want me to pick it up?
Yeah, that's supposed to be funny.
Look, Jess said Philly about to retire, about to join them.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2C says, let them. Let them.
Let them what?
Let them do their thing. Let them try.
Who are you talking? Oh, you talking about the IG, EO?
No, I'm talking about the old people at the BX.
Look, they old, man. Like, if you go, look, here's my thing. Look,
Philly's going to be there a couple years.
Let me just level set what I said.
Please,
I don't give two ducks that they old. I want them to do their job. My problem is, if you're going to work there, you're going to hire people there, hire them there to do their job. If you want me to shop at the main exchange, I want the same, if not the better or better experience than I would get at Best Buy or Target and Walmart. And that's not what happened. Rob says it's Randolph. Been like that since I've been here in 2012. Here's my thing. Would you go spend money, good money, at a store with bad service?
No, never.
My point exactly. What if they old? Will you overlook it?
You know how I feel about that.
Already then. That's my point. So why am I getting spears and bullets?
Because you need to get them. Because you need to get them.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I know he's rude. Oh, I know he moves slow. Oh, I know he don't know the policies, but he's old. He's old.
Nah, I'm like you.
That's all I'm saying.
That's like getting behind an old driver who driving super slow. Like, come on, bro, get about the way. Like,
I mean, like if you want me to spend my money, I want good customer service.
I agree.
I don't get that at Best Buy. At Best Buy, I get some folks, maybe they move, maybe they want to talk a little bit more about what's going on in their day or the TV purchase you got, and you're paying the taxes, cool. But I don't get that at Best Buy. But every time I seem to go to the main exchange, it's like, it'll be like 5 people in line. There'll be one checkout joint open. And then the one person that go there and help, what do? They go in the back. I don't get it. All right, maybe it's just me. I'll be quiet.
To take his old bass back. Bass home? Take his old ass home.
I'm just being honest. That's all.
But I guess so. Are you gonna get TV or what we're doing with TV? We gave
up. I'm gonna have to wait to get it.
Here's
I'm
my question.
One more last chance.
You don't have to share this. You don't have to share this on the air. But it's my question. You could think about it internally. Do you need this TV?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I take it back. It's 50-50.
How?
For you guys out there, you girls out there who are electronics people, what is the lifespan of a TV?
14 years.
Okay, I ain't asking you.
No. I'll be honest. 5 to
How old is your
7
TV?
years.
Well, you got rid of your TV. You said 5 to 7 years, right?
No, I have my TV for at least 8 years now.
Okay, so I ain't asking you. But 5-7 years. I bought this TV I have in my room back in 2017.
Okay, 8 years.
Nearly 10 years old.
Yeah.
And the TV I'm buying is on sale. It's time to upgrade.
And what are you going to do with that TV?
I'm going to sell it.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to you because you do sell your equipment. You don't just I throw my stuff away.
Nah, I try to get something for it.
Okay.
You know, that's the other rant I have. Facebook Marketplace. I tell you, Facebook Marketplace is a great way to make a quick buck. But you do meet some Neo Maxi Zoom dweebies and whatever. Like, it's some strange people. You be like, yo, I'm selling this TV for $500. And it says clearly in the ad, if it's still posted, it's still available. And you still get that, hey, is this available?
It's a button, like an automatic button that you put on there. I'm keeping mines until I see the lines come through. Yeah, that's how I am.
So
this is go ahead, read this. Carvana.
Tuesday says, this is what I went through Carvana. This is why I went through Carvana. That's why I canceled my order and went to the dealership yesterday. Instead, I ain't got patience no more for. Oh, this is interesting. This is Tuesdays. You mentioned on your Facebook that you wasn't getting your car anymore, but you didn't elaborate. I'm curious. What car were you trying to get? And then you said you went through Carvana. So I'm interested on that one, if you mind sharing. But I think for folks who are not, I consider myself a tech guy, right? I play video games, I watch football, whatever, right? So this is the longest I've had a TV. And the TV I got is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But to put in perspective, it's not OLED. It's 1080p. It's 4K, but it's not OLED. And it doesn't have the creature comforts of the modern TVs.
The what?
When I bought it, it was the top of the line TV at the time in 2016. It's no different than your PC. When you buy a PC, like last year I bought a Lenovo Legion 9i i12 processor, 4090. 4090 is like the benchmark, the best graphics card you can buy. And I bought that computer last year in May. Now it's technically it's almost obsolete. It's not the number one graphics card now. It's the 5090. But it still serves my purposes, so I won't get rid of it. Nicole TC says Wagoneer through Carvana. Oh, Wagoneers is tight. But went to the dealership and got, I'll tell you right. Wendy wanted one of those at one point.
Tellurides are nice. The new ones
TC
are
says,
real
I do not recommend Carvana to anyone. Oh, shoot.
nice.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like certain things, man. I got so many laptops and iPads, man. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I don't resell them. I just gave away a MacBook Air I had, a 2019 or something like that. MacBook Air.
Who you give it to?
I just gave it to my homeboy. Like, here you go.
Get that.
You can have it.
$50.
Yeah, it was like $50. Like I could have got $50 for it. I was like, nah,
You know
go
what I'm
ahead,
saying?
man. Like I got what I needed out of it. I just deleted everything off of it. Take it.
Yeah, get that, bro. Get something. So for this TV, I'll probably sell for like a
300.
couple hundred.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 300-500. Somebody will buy it because
So shout out to you when I did upgrade the podcast. Remember, I was doing it off the TV and I got rid of the TV for the monitor. I did sell the TV that I had forever for I think it was $100 or $150. It was something, you know. I don't know where that $100 is at. Probably been at the casino, but yeah, you're right. Better than nothing. But now I want to get rid of this monitor that you told me not to get, that I shouldn't have got, and now I want to get rid of this, but it's like, man, gotta go through the hassle of selling it. I want to buy the other ones like $800, but I'll wait. That's definitely a podcast purchase. I'll wait till some money get in the account.
And I've decided it just depends on the item, but this TV that I'm going to sell, it's not easy to move. I mean, it's a 75-inch TV. Like I said, I bought it 16, so it's got to be at least 150 pounds.
I'll let you know
next time you give away something. Let me know.
I'll let you know. I got a lot of to give away because I just got a bunch of stuff and things. I just cleaned out the garage yesterday. Had a bunch of stuff in the garage. I was looking over old stuff and it's just like, golly, I need to give this away or get rid of it.
I'll tell you, man. One of the things I regret, I wish I knew what I knew now. All these goddamn jerseys, man.
Buying them?
Huh? Yeah, buying them, man.
Well,
like
if the market ever flips 1 year for them, it's going to be worth a lot of money. But
how long has been waiting for that? And then there's so many fakes on the market.
Yeah, maybe you got to wait another 10, 15 years.
Terrible. It's
maybe you gotta wait
terrible.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that came back around. Look at those stupid TVs you got behind you. Those retro TVs.
First of all, they're not stupid.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? You're not a video gamer, so you don't understand. That's vintage right there. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get those. That's not a TV. That's a PVM, professional video monitor. They use those in medical laboratories and in movie theaters to edit film. This is not a regular TV. The colors are crisp. 600 TVLs. 600. That's what you play Nintendo on right there. Super Nintendo, Genesis. You don't play PS5 on that. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that.
Anyway, maybe next year I'll get rid of this monitor. So 2Cs, I might be giving up this monitor. This is a nice little curved monitor. But yeah, I might be giving that up for sure. Let me see. While we're talking about jerseys, don't get me started on how trash my team drafted. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. You missed the draft talk earlier.
Yeah, that was interesting. What was trash about it? Who was you hoping to get?
Shador.
Oh, 2Cs. Was you hoping you guys got Shador? Y'all did him dirty. Y'all picked I think they picked the Alabama dude.
That was one of the prank calls that happened that they called, said, hey, we're ready to select you. We're ready to go, but you're going to have to wait a little longer, and hung up on him. That's funny, man, but that's not funny. Like, dang, man. Dang. Yep, she was hoping they got Shador. Yep, 100%.
Oh, well. It said, we gonna pick you, but you're going to have to wait a little longer.
Yeah, I hung up on him. He was like, let's do it, man. Let's be legendary, man. I'm ready to go. He's like, all right, we're going to take you with our next pick. He was like, but you got to wait a little longer. Yeah, it's kind of dirty. Don't laugh at that, man. That wasn't funny.
Bro. That's funny. For real.
That's not funny.
I'm like,
That's
yo,
not
let's
funny.
be legendary. We just got to wait a little longer.
You ain't shit. You ain't nothing.
Hey, what am I laughing at? He gonna be making millions of dollars. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's still funny as hell, though.
All right, we'll go ahead and cut the show, man, so I can make these shorts and start watching this game that comes on in about 2 hours. I got the Wolves winning today against the Lakers, so looking forward to that. Who you got today?
Yeah, I'm going Wolves over the Lakers.
Yeah,
Wolves over the Lakers, and what was the other one? Knicks and
Detroit. They're playing right now. Detroit's up, or the Knicks are up by 12. Boston,
Going
Orlando,
Knicks.
and then Indiana, Milwaukee. I don't care about any of those games.
Wash. No point even commenting on that when it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but yeah, Lakers and Wolves. Then definitely watch that. Oh man, Pistons against. Oh, Stewart's hurt. Isaiah Stewart's hurt for the Pistons.
Why my screen keep freezing?
I don't know. Your internet's really trash today. Really, really trash today.
What is the deal? Why is that?
Thanks,
I'm
Jess.
hardwired.
Hopefully, you can come on next time that we go on. For everybody else just getting on, per usual, y'all missed it. We put out the advertisement. We'll have to put out the advertisement like 2 or 3 days earlier from now on.
Yes, I
have
agree.
to get back on there. Yeah.
I agree.
Anyway, Philly, you frozen again.
I don't know why, man. I'm hardwired today, man. I'm always hardwired.
I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
It's funny how you.
That's always a weird way that it's frozen.
Let me see if you're frozen on the live. Yep.
Yeah, frozen on the wire, on the live joint.
Yep. All right, he'll come back in and say his goodbyes. I'll start off by saying thank y'all for coming on Unpopular Celebrities once again. Join us for another show. No play-by-play NBA today, but this week I'm sure I'll come on sometime and do some play-by-play to Jess and Philly and
Foolish, man.
Oh no, I can't get you at all. Hold on. Oh, okay. To Jess and Philly. Says pay your bill, Philly.
Hey, yo, man, chill, pause, fam. My bill's always paid, fam.
I was gonna say
hardwired.
If you want to make sure Philly is good, you can always donate some stars to the show. And that's a conversation for another day. But you can always donate stars to the show and help him out with his bills so that we can give you guys better coverage.
Forget y'all, man.
But yeah, play by play later on this week for the good games. Any game goes to game.